Hi, this is Mike with Skull Dynasty. Today I was looking at all the rookie prospects. I'm starting with wide receivers first. Today's video is going to be on Jaxon Smith-Njigba and what I saw on film. I looked at four different condensed films on Jaxon Smith-Njigba, and I was going to break down what I seen. Basically, I was super impressed by Jaxon Smith-Njigba's film. We'll start off with some facts, and then we'll get into the real details. So Jaxon Smith-Njigba is a wide receiver out of Ohio State. He's about 6 foot tall, 197 pounds. Is projected to run a 4.5 or higher at the combine. Speed's not really a part of his game, but that's okay because wide receivers for fantasy football, they don't need to be fast to catch the ball. Just look at Keenan Allen, for example. And Amon-Ra St. Brown, if I remember correctly, didn't have a really good 40 time as well. And Jaxon Smith-Njigba actually reminds me a little bit of Amon-Ra St. Brown a little bit, mixed in with a little bit of Garrett Wilson. They're my two comps for Jaxon Smith-Njigba when I was breaking down the film. I gave him a total grade of I was like 8.7, in between 8.7 and a 9.1. So I graded him out of the 8.9, which is really high. Things that I noticed on film. Jaxon Smith-Njigba is a good separator. So when I was watching the film, I was seeing how he's doing a lot of crossing routes and short and intermediate routes. And he looked, he's just gives the quarterback such easy targets because he's open all the time. The second thing I really noticed about Jaxon Smith-Njigba is his yards after the catch ability. Once he catches the ball, he's really dynamic. A couple of things I noticed is he has a really good stiff arm. I've seen him use it a couple of times, preventing tackles, and he's just good in the open space. He knows which direction to go, runs towards the daylight. Another thing I noticed is in one part of his game I noticed mentioned that he's good in the short and intermediate areas of the field. Ohio State, at least the games I watch about four of them. They don't use him really as a deep threat, which isn't bad because if you're playing full PPR, short and intermediate, he'll get tons of pass volume. I noticed on a few deep balls I did watch him. He's really good at tracking the ball when it's up in the air. I did notice that on a few of his passes. So he's really good at ball location. He's actually a good blocker. I noticed a couple swing passes that they sent to either Garrett Wilson or Olave, and he would block for them. And he's actually a really good blocker, which I noticed. He also, a couple underthrown balls by Stroud. I noticed that the low balls, he's able to grab them. He's good in traffic as well. If there's a lot of traffic around him, he'll get the ball still. He has great just football instincts, like in the zone, and if the defense is playing zone coverage, he'll find the hole in the zone. And he mainly plays the slot, which I'm not really worried about. Justin Jefferson, they were saying that a couple years ago, where he was playing in the slot. A couple, let's see, and we got everything covered on there. That's it for today. I'm gonna break down probably Quinn Johnson or Jordan Addison next, and then I got Butte after that. That's what I'm gonna start doing from here on out. I'm gonna start the wide receivers. Gonna break down about probably about 10 of them or so, and then I'll get in the other positions: quarterback, tight end, running back. We'll probably break down about 4 quarterbacks, maybe a couple tight ends, and then probably about 10 or so running backs. I'm going to mix it up January, February, March, and hopefully by draft season around, I think the NFL drafts late April, if I remember correctly. Hopefully, I'll probably have about like 25 videos, maybe even 30 by then on each individual player. I'm really high on JSN. In one quarterback leagues, I would probably take him as high as the 102. Super flex, depending on what your build is. Usually I like to build my super flex teams around quarterbacks. So I usually have two, even three, a third decent quarterback. So I would even take him at the 102 and super flex and skip Stroud and Young, and even Jamar Gibbs, because his weight, he's supposed to weigh in around 200 pounds. It's kind of light for a running back. So I'm really high on JSN, probably higher than consensus, especially in Superflex. I really like him. I think he could be a wide receiver too in his first year. And then in his second year, he could really, really take off. I really liked everything I've seen from him. That's it for today. Have a great day.